Well, Dana, good afternoon. I think we don't know yet what this is going to look like. We don't know if this ban is going to include exemptions for certain kinds of workers. You know, before the coronavirus and before the 22 million Americans filing for unemployment, there were concerns about businesses not being able to get enough workers for certain kinds of jobs throughout our country. Now, how that is all turned upside down with this coronavirus situation, the president says that this is about protecting Americans' jobs, America first. But, you know, he has criticized Democrats for trying to do other things with some of these bills. Democrats, some of them, are criticizing the president trying to do more immigration things through this time. While we were talking, the administration just sent out a notice that they're going to have a camera on the border wall construction. And it'll be up and running sometime this week to show what they call 164 miles of promises kept along the border wall. So those things are moving forward on the immigration front. We just don't know what this executive order is going to look like.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get some more answers tonight. Also wanted to ask you about this reopening and all the governors. As Jonathan Zeri was saying, there's lots of different ways to do this and different experiments taking place. But take a listen to Governor Hogan of Maryland talking about the difficulties he sees in meeting the president's guidelines.
Before he suggests that you can open up any state, you have to have 14 days of downward trends of numbers. We've flattened the curve, we've lengthened the curve, but now we're starting to go up. So we're now 25,000 cases today in the region, over 1,000 deaths. And so under the president's own plan, we can't open yet.
And that's why you have all of these different governors having to take different approaches to this, Bret.
Yeah, and most of them give a lot of credit to the president with Dr. Birx and Dr. Fauci and Dr. Redfield on that rollout, providing those guidelines, the blueprint for the states to kind of hit those marks. But hitting those marks is going to be a challenge for some, especially with the testing questions that Governor Hogan talked about today.
And what about in D.C.? I'm curious about how Maryland and D.C. are just so close to each other. Obviously govern very differently. Any update on when maybe Congress would be allowed to come back to session?
So that is still up in the air, Dana, and there's really a lot of back and forth about proxy voting, and that may start to develop over the next few days, and that would be some votes happening that somebody would vote for a block of lawmakers.
Right.
They'd have to change the rules, and it would be pretty significant, but we don't know what that's going to look like. And I just want to point out that I did not know that you were going to wear that color, but we do look kind of matching.
The thing that's pretty amazing is even though we are apart, we are together, as they say. Bret Baier, thank you so much.